Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So, this Compaq laptop, right? It currently runs Linux Mint. So what we're going to be doing today, if you saw by the title, we're restoring this to stock. So this is another episode of the Returning to Stock series. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, to flash the drive with the thing, we're going to be using this thing called Image USB. So I already have the path set. USB is up here. I put the thing. I will try to link this, but who knows because the file's like massive. And we're going to click the write button. And then we're going to say yes. I want to write image. Yes. And then we will just let it go. Okay, 4 hours later, yes, it took about 4 hours. It's finally done, so what we're going to do is we're going to eject it, and then we're going to head over to our camera. We're going to plug in our USB, and then we will boot her up, and we gotta press our boot menu key, which is a escape, in this case start menu, and then we're going to click F9. Let's go in here. And then we're going to select our USB. And just like that, Windows is loading our files. And we should be going into the restore process. So I'll be back once it's at the restore process. Okay, so the restore process, when I tried to go into it, it gave me an error that said it couldn't really work. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to flash Windows 7 to a USB. I'm going to plug it into here, and hopefully that works. So now we just gotta wait for it to work. Okay, USB is done. So now let's plug it in, and let's boot it up. Try this again, let's boot it up. And let's just go right to the boot menu. Got no time to waste. And then we're gonna go to the device options, boot device. Boot from the USB. Okay, we got the flash, okay. Those slowing files. And, yep, it's just gonna be a standard Windows install. So I'll be back once it's done installing. Okay, and just like that, we're at the setup, so we're going to type in our username here. And then, yep, we're just going to, okay. Do I need a password? I guess I'll set one. No password hint. And then, yep, time for the fun part. I'll be back once we're at the final part of setup. Okay, we are finalizing our current settings. Oh, and there goes. And looks like we are in. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to eject the drive. And then what I'm going to do now is going to grab our restore media right here. I'm going to see if I can run the application from here. So I guess we'll see if this works. Well, look what decided to work. Recovery Manager is finally open. So now what we're going to do is I think it's the factory reset button is what we want. Yes. Factory reset. We're going to recover file backing up our files. And yeah. Everything should be disconnected, so yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to disconnect our devices, which is just our mouse, all that. See all of our mouses and stuff, keywords, and then we're gonna click OK with the mouse, and then it's gonna say Welcome to Recovery Manager, and here we go. And now we will wait for this to finish. Okay, I don't know if you can see it because it's a little pixelated, but it says restoration incomplete, but it should be fine. So we're gonna click retry, And then I guess we'll find the insert recovery media. Recovery media is inserted, so I guess we're gonna go from there and find out. And just like that, we're in. So now I have to type in our username. I have to use the built-in keyboard because my keyboard's not really working. And then no password. Product key, I don't need it. And then we're just going to accept the terms. And we're going to recommend settings. We'll leave it on Pacific time for now. And then Windows will finalize settings and take us to the desktop where we will complete the restore. And just like that, we're in. So here we are on our desktop. And if you remember the restore video, we still have these three icons: the Bleo, HP Sport Assistant, and the Play HP Games. So what we're gonna do quickly is let's just explore a little bit. We have Adobe Reader 9, which I forget what version we're on now, but I'll have to check that. We have HP Project Tools stuff. We have Microsoft Office 2010. I don't think this is actually activated, so yeah, you'd have to activate it. Or actually, yeah, I can just use Office like normal. Well, that's cool. And ask address, so okay. And then after there it goes. Now we can go through the rest of the apps. And then we have, we'll let that go in the background. We have our Windows DVD Maker, Windows Fax Scan, the Windows Live Suite, which it's the Windows Live Suite if you remember that. We have Windows Media Center, which if it'll load up, will look something like, it's taking forever, which I mean I get, because the hardware in here is a little bit, I don't know how to say it. It's like, oh, whatever. Actually, let's show the specs. Maybe. And now it decides to play the boot sound. Nice. So yeah, we'll go to the computer. And that's not the computer I want. Oh, now everything's opening. And that's not what I wanted either. This is what I wanted. Yeah. Oh, you see that screen flicker? That's not good. Well, I think, let me try getting rid of that. That does not help much, but yeah, this is bad. We have an Intel Celeron 900 at 2.2 gigahertz. We have 2 gigabytes of RAM, and this is 64-bit surprisingly. And it's apparently giving us a score of 3.3 on the Experience Index, which, oh, there's Word. We'll look at that in a minute. Let's just go, oh. Well, there's that. Anyways, let's reopen up Windows Media Center. Full screen it. I can actually use the keyboard. Make things a little easier. So yeah, there's that. I'm actually gonna do really quick so you guys can maybe stop the flickering. It stopped a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna use Express settings, and then we'll maybe this will work. Nope. There we go. Yeah, it's Windows Media Center, or whatever it's called. And then, yeah. So that's that. So we'll exit out of here. I don't know if it'll be shut down or it's be shut down. There. 3.3. That's just worse. And here's, oh. That's a nice screen flicker. There we go. Yeah, it's Office 2010. I know I'm jumping around, but it's just how everything opened, so yeah. Just use recommended settings right now, I don't really care. But yeah, it's Office 2010. I can just, whoa. I can just get rid of that. I can type something. I know you can barely see that because my camera is doing that. So let me. Okay, let's get out of here so it stops doing that. Okay. But yeah, that's basically it. That is our thing. I forgot to mention we have the Cyberlink suites stuff. We have a few HP stuff, games. Sadly, we have Norton. People who know why. But yeah, that's that. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you in another video.